Welcome to the presentation section of our meeting tonight. We have one very special presentation, and that is Resolution P 44223. This is a resolution adjourning the November 2023 legislative meeting in memory of Paul Tasber. So I know his family is here and friends with us tonight, so we invite them up front and any legislator who cares to join me. Yeah, not right now, right? So whereas it is customary for this legislative body to pay honor and respect to persons who have had a great impact and influence on the citizens of this county during their time on this earth. And whereas attendant to such duty and fully in accord with its long-standing tradition, it is the intent of this legislative body to express our sincerest sorrow upon the death of Paul Tasber, which occurred on Sunday, the 24th day of September of the year 2023. And whereas respected and admired by all, it is the collective sense of this legislature that the life of Paul be memorialized and eulogized. Whereas Paul was the son of the late Barbara and Paul Tasber. Paul graduated from Watervliet High in 1960 and went on to earn his master's degree in social work at SUNY Albany. During college, Paul worked at Ed's Fruit Market in Watervliet. Upon graduation, Paul began his career as a caseworker for the Rensselaer County Department of Social Services. Paul continued his dedication and commitment to helping people in his role as a Commissioner of Aging. Later in his career, Paul served as Rensselaer County Deputy Executive and then as the Deputy Director of the New York State Department of the Aging. Active in his community, Paul was elected North Greenbush Town Supervisor. He was president of the Rouse RPC Board of Directors and also served on the boards of Samaritan Hospital, the Humane Society, Little Leagues, and Senior League boards. And whereas one of Paul's greatest joys was being a wildlife rehabilitator, he and his family rescued and injured orphaned animals until they could be released back into the wild. Among their rescues were a baby ram, a coyote, a skunk, raccoons, a loon, and a duck who had his feet frozen off in Snyder's Lake, as well as several other animals that needed temporary shelter. Paul is missed by his beloved wife of 58 years, Ruth, his two sons, John and Brian, his granddaughter, Eliza, his sisters and their partners, Barbara and Tom and Nancy, his brothers, Joe, and Kathy, and Marvin, and his sister-in-law, Mary, as well as many friends and families and colleagues. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the members of the Rensselaer County Legislature adjourn this meeting in a moment of silent tribute and fond memory of Paul Tasber, and to reflect upon Paul's life of exemplary service, fully confident that his legacy will continue in this county for many, many years to come. And be it further resolved that the clerk of the legislature transmit a copy of this resolution suitably engrossed to the family of Paul Tasber. What an amazing life Paul Tasber lived. And we're so lucky to be on the receiving end of his commitment to so many people in the county and in the state. He passed on so much of himself onto others. And I was lucky enough to get to know Paul well before I moved to North Greenbush. He was one of our board members when I worked for the Eddy, and he was so committed and really focused his career and advice to others when it came to senior issues. So that's how I first got to know him. What I didn't know is that our paths would cross again when I did move to North Greenbush, and I saw him serve yet again as town supervisor. And he was probably one of the most beloved town supervisors in our history. He was so kind. He always had a smile on his face. He was always very positive. And he was a mentor to so many of us who were just starting out in politics or just learning about being a good person. And he was a wonderful role model to so many of us. So on behalf of the members of the legislature, we want to thank you all for allowing us this opportunity to honor him tonight. I know Ruth and I had some private conversations when this originally happened, and you said to me, he would not want us to be sad. He would want us to celebrate his life, and that's exactly what we're doing here tonight. So I thank you all for being here. And I know you wanted to say something about any other legislators like to speak before?
I will.
Okay.
Yes. Paul was actually a driving force when I started in politics a long time ago. I was a greenhorn back then, and he kind of directed me a little bit on the direction that I had to go to basically serve the community properly. And he was a man who he really cared about North Greenbush a lot. He was a good person, and I'm glad to have been a friend of his. Thank you so much.
I just want to say that Paul was a good friend of mine, but he's even a very good friend of my dad's. They were very close, and we were talking to Mrs. Tasber a little while ago and just saying how we're just missing all the old guard. With Jim Brereton passing away, Joe Mancinelli, Mr. Van Auken passed away. So, all these people that we've known my whole life as a kid or passed, but it's an honor to be up here to honor Paul.
Yeah, I would just like to say I was here when Paul was here. I was here when Paul was deputy county executive. Somebody just asked me when that was. I said, I don't know, sometime in the last 40 years. But he's one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. Seriously, soft-spoken guy. They don't come any better. That's all I've got to say. He's one heck of a nice guy. He'll be sorely missed, but his legacy will live on for a long time.
And I know the county executive couldn't be here tonight, but he also wanted to make sure and tell you that he expresses his deepest sympathies to you as well. He did want to be here. So I invite you to come up and say something if you'd like to.
Hi, my name is Brian. I'm Paul's son, and this has been such an honor tonight. A couple of weeks prior, dedicating the tree to my father, and just a quick story. Just keeping it lighthearted, my father, we get this tree, we go out there, we're starting to decorate the tree, and the first time we're out there decorating the tree, it's looking kind of like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree because, we don't have the lights up the way we want them, and it just took us a second to realize, you know what, my dad would be getting such a kick out of that right now of us struggling just to get this tree together. He would have a great time. So part of me was like, you know what, maybe we don't need to fix the tree, but but it's been a challenging transition, but my dad always said this. My mom is one of the strongest people he has ever met. So, it's just being there for my mom. But I was thinking about saying this during his wake and during the funeral service, and I thought it might be corny, but the honor tonight and just talking to people that knew my father over the past couple of weeks, I'm confident in saying it now. My father was an honorable man, and I'm telling you, if I could be half the father my dad was, I'll be a happy man. So miss my dad, love my dad, but again, thank you all for this. It really means a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Like Brian said, I miss Paul. He was absolutely an honorable man. He worked for Rensselaer County, but he never considered it work because he loved what he did with the senior citizens. He loved what he did with social services. Working for John Bedoin was awesome. His time with Bill Murphy, well, that was very good most of the time. Had a few ups and downs there, but he and Bill remained good friends. But seeing all of you here tonight really makes me proud that he has so many friends and so many people that respect him. And I thank you so very much for this tribute to him. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's actually one of my trials started in this. Well, I was really bad at them for the end of this thing. But anyway, it was one of my driving forces. Escape. Yeah.
I was here when Bill Murphy was here too.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the same boat you.
Notre Dame and I.
Actually, I'm the guy who took him out.
I'm
I'm sorry if that's bad.
I'm a farmer, so I'm an animal guy too.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no, well, you know who I am, right? Danfield. You know me or not? I owned the beverage bar in White School for like 30 years. I sold all the clothes, yeah, I sold all the clothes right now. But anyway, sorry. Thank you for allowing us to do this.
Yes.
Me or? What are we talking about?
But of course I do. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm so glad. Like I said, Washington.
And I love our city.
Oh, I love your tree too. Thanks again.
me this afternoon.
Okay, we'll get on to our next piece of business. We have a public hearing tonight. The legislature is called to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bailey. Here. Mr. Cassell. Here. Mr. Choquette.
Here.
Ms. Doran. Mr. Fiacco.
Here.
Mr. Fleming. Mr. Genrin. Mr. Grant.
Present.
Mr. Grimm. Mr. Harrington.
Present.
Mr. Loveridge.
Here.
Mr. Maloney. Ms. Nichols. Mr. Patiri.
Here.
Mr. Stahl.
Here.
Ms. Weaver.
Here.
Mr. Wysocki.
Here.
Mr. Zaluski.
Here.
Chairwoman Hoffman.
Here.
There are 18 present and 1 absent.
Mr. Harrington?
I move that the legislature resolve itself into a committee of the whole for the purpose of conducting a public hearing.
Hearing no objections, I hereby appoint Legislator Ken Harrington, Chair of the Legislative Committee on Public Works, to conduct this public hearing.
Thank you. Will the clerk read the notice of public hearing and enter the affidavit of publication into the record?
Notice is hereby given that the county legislature of the County of Rensselaer, New York will meet in the Legislative Chambers, Rensselaer County Office Building, 99 Troy Road, East Greenbush, New York, on December 12, 2023, at 5:30 p.m. for the purpose of conducting a public hearing concerning the proposed aeration improvement project for the Rensselaer County Sewer District Number 1, together with the necessary site work in the acquisition and installation of furnishings, equipment, machinery, and apparatus for the foregoing purposes, together with the preparation of planning, engineering, and the feasibility studies and review. The proposed work is detailed in the map and plan prepared by Rambo, formerly known as O'Brien and Gear Engineers, Inc., which is on file for inspection in the office of the clerk of the County of Rensselaer, located at 1600 7th Ave, Troy, New York. The estimated cost of the project is $14,214,000. The county intends to fund and finance the project through New York State EFC and bond issuance. At this time, the estimated annual cost to be assessed to properties for these improvements is $0. At such public hearing, the Rensselaer County Legislature will hear all persons interested in this matter.
The rules of the chair are as follows. First, anyone wishing to speak at this public hearing must sign in at the table at the entrance to the legislative chambers. When you are called upon to speak, please move quickly to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. Are there any questions? At this time, is there anyone wishing to speak? I don't have anyone signed up, but I will ask, is there anyone wishing to speak on this proposal? Is there anyone wishing to speak on this proposal? Hearing none, and inasmuch as all persons present were given the opportunity to speak and discuss the proposed aeration improvement project for the Rensselaer County Sewer District Number 1, and no one else desires to speak, I declare this public hearing closed at 6:08 p.m. Thank you. On to that.
Okay, so we'll proceed into our regular meeting of the December 12th, 2023 regular meeting of the Rensselaer County Legislature. It is now called to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Attendance still stands at 18 present and 1 absent, Mr. Generin.
Thank you. So I would like to share some good news. If some of you have heard, legislator Wayne Gendron welcomed a new baby today, a baby boy. His name is Jacob Edward Gendron. So we want to congratulate Wayne and his wife and family and welcome his little one.
Is it the first?
No, I think it's 3, 4. Yeah.
Approved.
Yeah. Invocation, Mr. Grant.
As we gather during this festive season, grant us the wisdom to make decisions that honor our community. May our discussions be filled with understanding, empathy, and unity. Amen.
Amen. Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Grimm.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Harrington.
Chair, I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the special meeting of December 4th, 2023, and approve the minutes as printed.
I'll second.
Second. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, so moved. Presentation of petitions.
On file?
Presentation of communications.
On file?
Reports of commissions.
On file?
Departmental reports.
On file?
Reports of standing committees.
On file?
Local laws.
There are 3 tonight?
Okay, the next are roll call votes. Local law T3, I'm going to start reading your part.
A local law of the County of Rensselaer establishing the Rensselaer County Drug Dealer Registry, introduced by legislators Patiri, Hoffman, Loveridge, Generin, Choquette, Bailey, Grant, Fiacco, Casal, Harrington, Maloney, Wysocki, Stahl, Weaver, and Zaluski. Mr. Bailey.
Yes.
Mr. Casal.
Aye.
Mr. Choquette.
Aye.
Ms. Doran.
Aye.
Mr. Fiacco.
Aye.
Mr. Fleming.
Yes.
Mr. Grant.
Aye.
Mr. Grimm.
Yes.
Mr. Harrington.
Aye.
Mr. Loveridge.
Yes.
Mr. Maloney.
Aye.
Ms. Nichols.
Aye.
Mr. Patiri.
Yes.
Mr. Stahl.
Aye.
Ms. Weaver.
Yes.
Mr. Wysocki.
Yes.
Mr. Zaluski.
Aye.
Chairwoman Hoffman.
Aye.
18 ayes.
Okay, local law T4.
Local Law T4, a local law amending local law number 5 of the year 1997 as amended by local law 1 of the year 2003, local law 2 of 2004, and local law number 3 of the year 2007. This is introduced by legislators Bailey and Hoffman. Mr. Bailey.
Yes.
Mr. Casal. Mr. Choquette.
Aye.
Ms. Doran.
Aye.
Mr. Fiacco.
Aye.
Mr. Fleming.
Yes.
Mr. Grant.
Aye.
Mr. Grimm.
Yes.
Mr. Harrington.
Aye.
Mr. Loveridge.
Yes.
Mr. Maloney.
Aye.
Ms. Nichols.
Aye.
Mr. Patiri.
Yes.
Mr. Stahl.
Aye.
Ms. Weaver.
Yes.
Mr. Wysocki.
Yes.
Mr. Zaluski.
Aye.
Chairwoman Hoffman.
Aye.
18 ayes.
So moved. Local law T5.
Local Law T5, a local law amending local law number 1 of the year 1991 as amended by local law 4 of the year 1998 and amending local law 3 of 1991. Introduced by legislators Bailey and Hoffman. Mr. Bailey.
Yes.
Mr. Casal. Mr. Choquette.
Aye.
Ms. Doran.
Aye.
Mr. Fiacco.
Aye.
Mr. Fleming.
Yes.
Mr. Grant.
Aye.
Mr. Grimm.
Yes.
Mr. Harrington.
Aye.
Mr. Loveridge.
Yes.
Mr. Maloney.
Aye.
Ms. Nichols? Mr. Patiri?
Yes.
Mr. Stoll?
Aye.
Ms. Weaver?
Yes.
Mr. Wysocki?
Yes.
Mr. Zaluski?
Aye.
Chairwoman Hoffman?
Aye.
18 ayes.
So moved. Okay, we'll get into the regular index of resolutions, G 44523.
G 44523, resolution authorizing a service contract for the Rensselaer County Correctional Facility Inmate Management System Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 44623.
G 44623, resolution amending the Rensselaer County 2023 adopted budget Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 44723.
G 44723, resolution authorizing a hardware software support agreement with the Rensselaer County Correctional Facility Telecommunications System Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 44823.
G 44823, resolution amending the Rensselaer County 2023 adopted budget Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 44923.
G 44923, resolution authorizing renewal agreements with certain health care insurance providers, Bureau of Human Resources, introduced by legislators Wysocki, Patiri, and Zaluski.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45023.
G 45023, resolution authorizing a contract for the purchase of dishwashing detergents for the Department of Aging Sheriff's Department and Van Rensselaer Manor Nursing Home, introduced by the Bureau of Central Services, introduced by Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45123.
G 45123, resolution authorizing a service contract for the Rensselaer County Correctional Facility Jail Security System Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, and Weaver.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45223.
G 45223, resolution accepting and adopting the reports of the Director of the Rensselaer County Bureau of Real Property Tax Services, Real Property Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45323.
G 45323, resolution authorizing and directing the Rensselaer County Chief Fiscal Officer to perform the duties set forth in Section 554 of the New York State Real Property Tax Law, Real Property Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45423.
G 45423, resolution establishing county equalization rates, Rensselaer County Real Property Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45523.
G 45523, resolution levying taxes and assessments for annual town budgets of the County of Rensselaer for 2024 Real Property Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45623.
G 45623, resolution authorizing and directing the Rensselaer County Chief Fiscal Officers to perform duties set forth in Section 556 of the New York State Real Property Tax Law, Real Property Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45723.
G 45723, resolution authorizing and directing the Rensselaer County Chief Fiscal Officer to correct the 2023 tax roll for the town of North Greenbush Real Property Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45823.
G 45823, resolution authorizing the purchase of one vehicle, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 45923.
G 45923, resolution authorizing the purchase of public transportation from the Capital District Transportation Authority, Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Loveridge, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46023.
G 46023, resolution authorizing a service agreement with QLIS, Inc., Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Loveridge, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46123.
G 46123, resolution authorizing an agreement with Unity House for the provisions of domestic violence services, Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes, 1 abstention, Ms. Nichols.
So moved. G 46223.
G 46223, resolution authorizing an agreement with Star Children's Center, Inc. for clinical consultation program, Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46323.
G 46323, resolution authorizing an agreement with Start Children's Center, Inc. for family assistance services, Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46423.
G 46423, resolution authorizing an agreement with Star Children's Center, Inc. for the Trauma Assessment and Needs Evaluation Program, TANE, Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46523.
G 46523, resolution authorizing an agreement with Northeast Parent and Child Society for Residential Prevention Respite Services, Department of Social Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46623.
G 46623, resolution authorizing purchase and installation of FAA-compliant tower lighting for public safety, communications tower, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46723.
G 46723, resolution authorizing an agreement with Health Advocates Network for clinical nurse services, nurse staffing, Van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46823.
G 46823, resolution authorizing an agreement with Provitalis Medical Staffing for clinical nurse staffing, Van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 46923.
G 46923, resolution amending the 2024 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47023.
G 47023, resolution authorizing an agreement with LexisNexis, a division of Relax, Inc., for online legal research, district attorney, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47123.
G 47123, resolution authorizing the Rensselaer County Executive to amend contract agreements and amending the 2023 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
16 ayes, 2 abstention, Ms. Hoffman and Ms. Nichols.
So moved. G 47223.
G 47223, resolution classifying action to undertake a certain project as type 2 action not subject to seeker review, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47323.
G 47323, resolution authorizing an amended energy performance agreement with Siemens Industry, Inc. for the improvements related to the Hoosick Falls Senior Center Building, 21299 New York 22, Hoosick Falls, and related lease purchase agreement with Siemens Public, Inc., Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47423.
G 47423, resolution authorizing a contract for paper, plastic, and associated food service items, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47523.
G 47523, resolution authorizing a contract for cleaning products, chemical solutions, and miscellaneous janitorial supplies, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47623.
G 47623, resolution authorizing a contract for the purchase of ice cream for the use by Unified Family Services, Department of Aging, Senior Centers, and Van Rensselaer Manor Nursing Home, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47723.
G 47723, resolution authorizing an agreement with Tyler Technologies and amending resolution G 39523, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47823.
G 47823, resolution authorizing the extension of an agreement for consulting services, Bureau of Budget, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 47923.
G 47923, resolution authorizing an agreement with Addictions Care Center of Albany, Inc. for recovery rental subsidy, Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48023.
G 48023, resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 vehicles, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48123.
G 48123, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48223.
G 48223, resolution authorizing the purchase of multi-process welder, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48323.
G 48323, resolution authorizing agreement for early intervention and preschool programs for program year 2024, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Stahl, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes, 1 abstention, Mrs. Nichols.
So moved. G 48423.
G 48423, resolution authorizing an agreement with Troy Rehabilitation and Improvement Program, Inc. for the lead-based paint hazard reduction program, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Stahl, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48523.
G 48523, resolution authorizing an agreement with Albany Medical Center Hospital for autopsies and related services, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Generin, Stahl, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes, 1 abstention, Mr. Stahl.
So moved. G 48623.
G 48623, resolution authorizing contract with NMS Labs for forensic toxicology laboratory services and postmortem toxicology testing, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Generin, Stahl, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48723.
G 48723, resolution authorizing purchases of vaccine for in-house clinic, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Stahl, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48823.
G 48823, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 48923.
G 48923, resolution amending the 2023 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Bureau of Economic Development and Planning, introduced by legislators Choquette, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 49023.
G 49023, resolution authorizing the acceptance of grant funding from the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services, Office of Probation and Correctional Alternatives, and amending the 2023 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Stop DWI, and Department of Probation, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 49123.
G 49123, resolution authorizing transport services for the Medical Examiner Program, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Stahl, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 49223.
G 49223, resolution authorizing the purchase of a used work truck with plow package for the Rensselaer County Buildings Department, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 49323.
G 49323, resolution authorizing acceptance of a grant award from the New York State's Stop DWI Foundation and amending the 2023 adopted Rensselaer County budget. Stop DWI, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 49423.
G 49423, resolution amending the establishment of a capital project, Applied Technology Education Center, ATAC Phase 2, introduced by legislators Casal, Generin, and Doran.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. Should we, do we have to do that? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So Phil was suggesting that our next resolution, G 49523, be a roll call vote.
Okay, so G 49523, resolution approving pursuant to section 268 of the county law, increase in improvements of the facilities of a Rensselaer County Sewer District, Rensselaer County Sewer District Number 1, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming. Mr. Bailey? Yes. Mr. Casal? Mr. Choquette? Mr. Fiacco? Mr. Grant? Mr. Harrington? Mr. Leverage? Yes. Mr. Maloney? Mr. Patiri? Mr. Stahl? Mr. Wysocki? Ms. Doran? Mr. Fleming? Mr. Grimm? Ms. Nichols? Mr. Weaver? Mr. Zaluski? Chairwoman Hoffman?
Aye.
18 ayes.
So moved. Thank you, Phil. G 49623.
G 49623, resolution amending the 2023 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Sewer District Number 1, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 49723.
G 49723, resolution appointing members to the Rensselaer County Community Services Board Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 49823.
G 49823, resolution authorizing the purchase of technology equipment, conflict defender, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 49923.
G 49923, resolution authorizing the purchase of one administrative vehicle, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 523.
G 523, resolution amending the 2023 Rensselaer County adopted budget, District Attorney, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 50123.
P 50123, resolution reappointing members to the Rensselaer County Soil and Water Conservation Board, introduced by legislators Hoffman, Leverage, Harrington, Grimm, and Doran.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
16 ayes, 2 abstentions, Mr. Patiri and Mr. Wysocki.
So moved. P 50223.
P 50223, resolution commending Sheriff Patrick A. Russo for his distinguished service to the residents of Rensselaer County, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman, the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 50323.
P 50323, resolution urging and supporting the passage of New York State Assembly Bill A.8075, introduced by legislators Stahl, Generin, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. I'd like to say thank you to Tim Murdock, who is here with us tonight. Tim, as everyone knows, is our director of the opioids organization and has been fighting the fight and the battle in this. And so we appreciate, Tim, that you brought this legislation to us for consideration. So thank you very much. G 50423.
G 50423, resolution authorizing authorizing the purchase of one vehicle, District Attorney, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. Okay, legislator privilege. Mr. Maloney? Do I have a second? All those in favor? Aye. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday for the cleanup meeting. For those who we won't see, happy holidays to everyone. Thank you.